Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss another lead code problem from the weekly contest 202. So the problem title is minimum operations to make array equal. So it has a medium difficulty level. So what is given in this? So here we are given n as an integer input value, and it can be like 1 2 3 or like 0 to n ranges, or let me check the constant over here. So yeah, sorry, so it ranges in between 1 to 10 to the power 4. Okay, and what we have to do is, they have given one formula to us. We have to form an array for all the n elements, and the ith index of array will be replaced by, or that array of I will have the value 2 into the index plus 1. So let's say if it is 0, I is equal to 0, so 2 into 0 is 0 plus 1, so array of 0 will hold the value 1. If it is a I is equal to 1, then the array of 1 will hold the value 2 into 1 plus 1, that is a 3. So this way we have to fill up all the array, like whatever the n value is mentioned, so we have to form the array with this formula. Okay, so what we have to do is, let's say let's take an example over here. So here n is equal to 3, and first we can form the array like this 1 3 5, and then what we have to do is, we have to perform the minimum number of operations. So what type of operations are there? So here we can pick up two indices, or like two values x and y. So it can be like two indices we have to pick up over here, if it is x and y. So we can perform addition on one value, that addition on x, and subtraction on y, or vice versa, like subtraction on x and addition on y. Okay, so and based on that, we have to perform this operation minimum number of times, and we have to get the array, all the array elements equal. So let's say if this is an array which holds the value 1 3 5. So here if we see, like first operation, if we choose x is equal to 2, this is the indices, and y is equal to 0. So for this y is equal to 0, that is the array of 0, that which holds the value 1. So we can add 1 to it, so it becomes 2. And for the x is equal to 2, that is array of 2, that which holds the value 5. So we can perform the decrement operation on that, so it becomes 5 minus 1 4. Then again we repeat this operation, so in the next time it will become 3 3 3. So this is the end result which we are expecting over here. And eventually what we have to return is, we have to return the count value, that is a minimum number of operations we have performed over here. So let me show you with an example what is the intuition and how I came to this formula over here. So what I have done is, so whenever I get some this kind of problems, so couple of things I perform over here. So first thing is, I sort all the array. Then second step is like I take the sum of all the array elements, and then I try some combinations like modulo or division, or some basic mathematics I apply, and then I see whether I can form some sort of pattern for while executing few of the test cases. So here what I have done over here is, if you take an example 1, so if let's say n is equal to 2, so n is equal to 2 means my array will be like 1 comma 3. So if I take a sum over here, so sum of these two elements is 4. So 4, and the average is 4 by 2, the average is 2. So if I perform this subtract operation on each of the index or array value for that particular index, so what will happen is, if I subtract 1 minus 2, what is the average, that is a 2, so it becomes 1. So here I am creating a hash map. So for 1 is equal to 1, okay, for first element. For this 3, again if I do 3 minus 2, so again it gives me the 1 value over here. So now if we see here, let's say here I can see like I get 1 1 2 times. So if I do the addition of these 1 plus 1, it becomes 2. But now if I apply the same formula which is mentioned in the problem statement, so what I need to do is, if I take x as a 1 and y as a array of x is equal to 1 and array of y is equal to 3. So if I perform plus 1 on the x index and minus 1 on the y index, so it gives me 2 comma 2. So basically I just need to have the one operation. So if we consider, if we club the values by if we pick up the distinct value, so here I can have only one value, that is a 1. Okay, so there are no other distinct values, so I can directly return 1 as an output over here. So to get the more clarity, let's take an example 2. So if n is equal to 3, so I can form this array. It's like 1 3 5 over here, and if I take a sum of this, it is a 9. So an average, if I want to calculate, so it is a 3. So now if I subtract this 3 from all the elements of this array, so 1 minus 3, it becomes 2. So I updated the value over here, that is a 1 is equal to 2. Then 3 minus 3, it becomes 0. So I updated the value for 3 is equal to 0. Then for 5, again 5 minus 3, it becomes 2. So if I club the distinct values, so I have the 2 and 0. If I take a 2 plus 0, it gives me the 2. And again as we have seen in this example, the output is again 2 for when n is equal to 3. So I think it is now clear to you guys. So let me show you the code. So here is the function minimum operation, which accepts the integer value n, and return type is also integer. So here initially I am calculating the sum with the help of the given formula, that is a 2 into I plus 1, and I am filling up the array. Then same time I am calculating the sum for all the array elements. So after that I am calculating the average value over here, that is sum by n. Then what I am doing is, here I am creating a dictionary or map to have the distinct set of values. Then I am iterating through this for loop, that is a through the whole array, and every time what I am doing is, here I am subtracting the average value from the current index value of that array. So array of I minus average, and I am taking the absolute, so I need to have the positive values only. So this way I am calculating the key and updating the hash map with the help of same, that is a key and value, which holds the this subtraction operation which has the positive value. Once it is done, I am defining this count variable over here, and I am again iterating through the values of that hash map. So it gives me all the distinct values, and I am just appending those values over here in the count, and this way it forms the count which holds the total number of minimum operations need to be performed, and that's the that one gives me the output. So let me run this program and show you the output. Okay, so here we have got the success, and let's see the test case part. So here we can see yeah, so it has covered all the 301 test cases over here. So if you want this solution, you can check out the description section. I have uploaded solution link over there. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.